Hey, welcome back from the Suisun Valley Estate that has it all. If you are just joining us, this is Bally Keal. It's a new winery, brewery, distillery in Fairfield. It has a car museum, a putting green, the most beautiful vineyards you perhaps have ever seen. And now we are in the winery where the magic happens. And we are standing in the bird's nest where you could sit, enjoy your wine, and watch how it is made. And it actually is a very special way. We're going to bring in Sterling, the winemaker here. So Sterling, you have a very fun job here at Bally Keal, don't you?
Yes, I do. It doesn't get any better than this.
No, I asked you, where did Joe, the owner, where did he find you? Where did you come from? And you said everywhere. So you have finally found your home here at Bally Keal. Why is that?
It's just a perfect niche. I've got the opportunity to create new distilled spirits, which I've always wanted to do. We've got a state-of-the-art winery and a brewery as well, and so it's just a unique situation where my total creativity can come to be at this time, you know.
So let's talk about what's actually happening right here. You were saying those tanks are incredibly special.
Yes, it's called Ganamendi technology. It's a self-fermenting, self-emptying wine tank. It takes about 23 to 24 days for it to do the entire cycle. We don't have any pump overs, any interaction. We just put the yeast in and let the tanks do it themselves.
Okay, and that's important because the pump over exposes
you to carbon dioxide and all the problems of aromatics and losing the phenols and all the flavor compounds that are in the wines. They're volatilizing, they're getting blown off in the process. And so in turn, these tanks are sealed. They keep it inside. They also contain all the carbon dioxide. So basically, it's a carbon neutral situation. You're sequestering all the CO2.
And we're sitting, this is part of what will be the tasting room, kind of in the back side of it, which will open hopefully early next year. But this spot is pretty special. Not a lot of wineries have a place where you can actually watch the process of the winemaking.
That's very true. And also just look at the technology. You can look at the process piping, all the things that go into making everything work. I mean, even something as simple as a flexible blue hose on the back of a tank that keeps it from, if there's an earthquake, it's not going to shear the lines off.
Okay, so the wine will be safe, thank goodness.
The wine will be safe in an earthquake.
Don't worry, you guys, the wine will be safe. And again, this is just 1/3 of what is offered here. There's a brewery, a distillery, but what makes the wine so special here at Bally Keal?
It's the Suisun Valley. The soil conditions, the vines, the actual clone of Cabernet, and also the stylistic of winemaking. Samantha and I are together. We basically make a Bordeaux style Cabernet, not like traditional California kind of sweet Cabernet, more of a drier French style. I find it's more approachable, and it has more length and ageability than you're going to get in your typical California wine. You know.
I do want to bring up the word approachable as we kind of round this out. And Joe, I'll bring you in. Joe Cassidy, the owner of Bally Keal. That really is what it's all about here. Not to say Napa Valley isn't wonderful, it is, but there's a warmth that you have created here at Bally Keal in Suisun Valley, isn't there?
Absolutely, and I think people will really, this is the last valley that I see in California that can really bring the warmth here. You know, we really need this. Solano County needs it. We've got it. KMS Vineyards are up the street. They brought it here as well. And I think with this valley is really going to explode in the next 5 years.
The motto here is the Gaelic term, Céad Míle Fáilte, warm welcome. So I hope you all come out, experience this, have the warm welcome that they offer here, and the delicious wine. And I can't wait to come back next year for the tasting room grand opening too. But come on out and enjoy all the many, 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 many things that Bally Keal has to offer. Thank you so much for your hospitality, Joe.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sterling. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Molly.